Good afternoon, it's Elaine with Elaine's Custom Cards, and this is the card we're going to be making today. I decided to do an anniversary card. I like to have some on hand. This is the outside and this is the inside. Let me show you what we're going to be using. I'm going to use this bundle, the Always in My Heart. The stamp set is, I'm using the Happy Anniversary and Here's to Another Year of Happily Ever After. And then the dies, I'm using this heart, and it cuts out. It's like this. And then the centerpiece comes out. And I'm using these little hearts to do some of these. And then the banner that I put the Happy Anniversary on. Okay? And then for the inside, I'm just using a piece of white cardstock. And then I'm using the Ornate Layers dies, and it's this big die right here. So let me tell you the sizes real quick. I have them written down. Card base is Rococo Rose, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. This piece of Blackberry Bliss is 5.5 by 4, so that this die would fit on it. This piece of white cardstock is 4 3/4 by 3 1/4, and then I stamped with Blackberry Bliss ink. I sponged around the edges with Blushing Bride, and then this piece of Blackberry Bliss is 5 by 4 1/4. This piece you'll need about 5 1/4 to get that, and this is stamped with Blackberry Bliss and sponged with the Blushing Bride. And then the Love You Always foil, which is part of this suite. This foil is, I cut a piece out that was 5 by 4 so that I would have room to do some hearts at the kind of at the bottom of it. And then this foil is Rococo Rose. There's 3 colors in the packet. I use Blackberry Bliss ink, Blushing Bride ink, and then adhesive sheets. This has adhesive on the back of it. And the adhesive sheets are, the piece that I used was 5 by 4, and that's in the annual catalog. So let's get started. I'll show you how I put this together. It's very simple. I took my piece here, and this is going to fit right here when I get ready to put it on. So the first thing I did was I adhered my heart to this piece of Blackberry Bliss, and this just peels off just like that. It's very slick, very nice. And then I centered this on here and made sure it was, the heart was level. Don't want it slanted. That looks good. Okay. Then I took this heart and Stampin' Dimensionals, and because I didn't want this heart to sag down, I used quite a few. You can use as many as you like. I used quite a few. It's like I used 6 for that. Okay. And I adhered this to the center of my heart. I thought this Blackberry Bliss just really set off this foil. I really liked the way it looked. So I just put that here, just like so. And then I took my Happy Anniversary. I just used a sponge, a finger dauber thing. I can keep from getting ink all over everything. And I already stamped this with my Blackberry Bliss, and I just sponged around the edges. You can use as much or as little of this as you like. I put quite a bit on this one, but you don't have to put that much on there. I was just playing around. Sometimes I experiment, see what I like. So we're going to just sponge around this. Just like so. And while we're at it, I'm going to sponge around this piece here that goes on the inside. I used a corner rounder. This one will work. And I rounded the corners. You don't have to do that. I just like the look. It appealed to me. And I stamped this with Blackberry Bliss, if I didn't already say that. This kind of gives it an antique-y look. And there. Okay. Put the ink away so I don't get it all over me. I glued this piece to this. I think the most time-consuming part about this, and really didn't take that long, is after I die cut it, getting all the little dots out of there. And I just used my, you can use your take your pick tool to do that. And this goes on the inside of our card. I thought this made a really, really pretty anniversary card. I really like the way this Blackberry Bliss looks with this foil. I didn't want to use black, although black would look nice too. I just didn't want to use black. So there's that. So the inside's done. Now let's finish this. Then I took this piece. Well, I'm going to glue this on here. Well, it doesn't have too much dimension on it. So let's go ahead and glue this piece on the front of our card. And I just centered that left to right. And the top and the bottom should be flush. Just like so. I like using that the adhesive sheets with a die like this, because trying to glue it, it leaves a sticky mess. Okay, then this has a little score lines so that you can do this with it. You fold this down and this up, just like so. And then I put dimensionals on here. I put 3 on there. And I put them kind of close together because I didn't want them hanging over the edges. Just like so. And then I put it on here at an angle. Just kind of centered, but at an angle. It's like so. And if you look under there, you can see that none of my dimensionals are running over the edge. Okay. Then if you want, you can put a little bit of glue under these to kind of hold it. I put just a little line of glue kind of right here so it would stay in place. I didn't want it to move. I want it to stay bent right here. So I just put a little bit of glue behind there. It takes a little bit for it to dry on that foil. but it does dry. That leaves your this part, I kind of just lifted it up. Like so. It's not wanting to stick. Okay. That should stay stuck now. Just a little bit. And then you can do it on the other side. Now, like I said, you don't have to do this step. I just didn't want it peeling off of there. So, put that down. Hold that down for a minute. You should be fine. Okay. Then I cut out quite a few of these hearts. And they have the sticky on the back, so I used the bottom part of that piece of foil. And I put one here. And you don't have to add all these hearts. I just liked it. Added more bling to my card. And there. And then I just took several of them and just kind of put them on here where I thought they would look good. You don't have to use this many. I just kind of went a little overboard. Some people might think, but that's just me. I liked it. Your card, your design. You do it however looks good to you. This is just what I did. Okay, once I arranged them on there, then I went ahead and glued them down. The back of that came off already. It's not very sticky anymore. Let's get a new one. That's why I cut out several. Sometimes the back comes off and then they're not sticky. I tried to be somewhat random in putting these on here. I don't like that one. They're not spaced evenly or anything. Just kind of on here. I have one over here. Celebration still going on. $50 order gets you free item out of the Celebration catalog. $50 order on my website. Not only do you get something free from Celebration, I'm also giving away a package of these. That's just for ordering $50 on my website. If you order $100, you get either a $100 Celebration item or two $50 Celebration items. So if you order $150, don't use my host code because the basic rhinestones are free if you use my host code on my website. You can sign up as a demonstrator on my website. There's a little down or arrow that will take you to my website. You can also get to my blog. My host code is there. Anyway, celebration ends February 28th. There's free items in here. I've done some videos on some of the free items, the paper, and there's stamp sets. There. That is our card. Simple, yet beautiful. You have to let me know what you think, if you like it. I can do more videos using this foil. There's 3 different colors. I just like the way this one looked. I'm thinking maybe I'll do some with some of the foil and make maybe some Easter cards or thank you cards or birthday cards, just using different dies and stamps. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give me a thumbs up if you like it. Subscribe to my channel. And take a look at my blog. Hit the down arrow and you can go to my blog and see all the sizes and dimensions over there if you didn't catch them as I mentioned them. So you have a blessed day and have fun stamping.